My character is so hideous. Like, look at this man. He's ugly as hell.
Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity.
What's going on, everybody? Today we are messing around on some BDO over at Manshaums Forest. I figure it's about time I do a bit of a guide on how to clear this place kind of effectively as a Musa. I am not sure about this for any other class other than the Musa. This is pretty much the specific reason I switched to the Musa is so I could come here a bit earlier than some of the other classes. I'm sure like the Striker, Mystic, Archer can probably come here pretty damn early as well and clear just as effectively, but there's a bit of a strategy and gear progression you need to have before you can even think about coming here at a lower level than 60. So let's go ahead and show you guys what you're going to be needing. So for me, I'm packing the Serendia meals, which is about 5 AP plus 10 accuracy and 1 crit, which is all pretty helpful for the Musa. We also have Elixir of Fury, which gives us an extra 5 AP. This just helps with clear speed and whatnot. I think there's actually better potions that you can bring, or elixirs, but I chose this because it was cheap and it was pretty abundant, so I figured why not. And it works too, so I don't really see a reason to go above this, considering that I know for a fact it actually works. And obviously you're going to need to bring some potions of your own, because if you're a Musa, you would know that this is kind of like your bread and butter here. Your lifesteal is not as good as some of the other classes. So it's not exactly perfect, but bring about 150 regular large potions just so that way you can sustain a bit more in fights, because Manshaums does suck pretty hard if you get knocked down and then you get the shit kicked out of you, because that's just literally what happens on a regular basis. Oh yeah, also you're gonna need a Destruction Spirit Stone. This just helps by giving you an extra 6 AP, accuracy, attack speed, casting speed, blah blah blah. You get the point. Now as for gear, it's pretty basic shit. I'm just rocking Grunil armor. That's typically what I always rock. I've got 2 Marks of Shadows, 1 Witch's Earring, 1 Azula. God, I need to really upgrade this. We've got a Triceratops and a Tribasilisk, and then we've got our Tet weapons. Now, the most important thing for probably Manshaums is the Tet Kudum and the Tet Dandy. These two things just kind of go hand in hand with the Musa, because literally the Musa is 90% in the main awakened weapon form. So most of the time you're going to need the Dandy to be going back and forth from your Kazarka and whatnot. Because Kazarka, it helps because of the passives and whatnot, but I hardly ever use the Kazarka unless I'm just opening with certain combos. So this is okay, but I wouldn't say you need a Kazarka for Manshaums. You just need the Kudum and the Dandy. Now, I have come here with a Tri-Laverto before on the Musa, as well as a Crescent Blade, so it is doable, but the Kudum is absolutely a must. If you come here without a Kudum, you are not able to do this at all. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the super quick way to clear things and then the normal way to clear things, because the super quick you can only do every couple minutes, and then the normal way is what you're going to be doing 90% of the time. So we're going to go ahead and pull out our Crescent Blade, right? We're going to activate Musa's Soul or Spirit, whatever the hell it is. There we go, yeah, Musa's Soul. We're going to come over here. This is a pretty giant mob, and then we're going to activate Projection, which we've got the Black Spirit Rage, so this is going to do a decent bit of damage. Now we're going to get CC'd, because that's essentially what happens every time you come to this shithole. Then we're going to use Below the Belt, and then we're just going to fucking use Fiery Crevice, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And as you can see, you're witnessing the issue with Manshaums at a low level without the proper DP and whatnot. You're going to be getting absolutely crapped on if you get hit by CC, which is why you're going to be using crosscut so much to avoid CC. If you can manage to get into that flow of combat where you're dodging everything, this becomes a whole lot easier. Sometimes you're just going to get hit by CC and are going to have to deal with the results and outcome of what's going to happen to you, but overall, I hardly ever die in this spot. It's unless, I get contested or something, which most of the time, if somebody else is here fighting, they're probably more geared than you, so I would be careful on fighting over the spot and just let it go if somebody else is here. Now, for the normal way you're going to clear things, you're just going to walk up to a mob, just kind of spin around realistically, and then you're going to use Below the Belt again. Then we're going to go into Fiery Crevice, and we're going to cross-cut more. And then we're just kind of pretty much using Twister and Crosscut and Fiery Crevice. So those are pretty much our main moves. Twister is good because it gives us our yellow bar back, which helps us out with just being able to use Crosscut effectively and just spin around everything and yeah, that's kind of it. It's not great by any means, and I definitely don't recommend doing this all day or anything like that, because it's not as effective as going to a spot where you actually one-shot things. Now, for a bit of a combo to kind of make things a bit more smoother and giving yourselves an extra buff, we're going to go into Dragon's Bite, Blind Thrust, we're going into Rising Storm, and then Y swap to our Awakening weapon, or you can use Projection. It depends on whatever you want to do. And then from here, you just go around spinning pretty much using Twister, Crosscut, Fiery Crevice, and so on. So I'll try and go ahead and hit this combo for you so you can see what it looks like. So we go into this, we go into this, we go into this, and we go into Projection. Now we swap around, we use Below the Belt, then we'll go Fiery Crevice, and then boom, 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 and there you go. As you can see, a bit more smooth. That crit buff definitely helps. Rising Storm helps as well, but yeah, I mean, you can see the problem with this. Like, you can clearly see that this is not nearly as effective as coming here at the appropriate level with a bit more in the AP department out of your own without buffs. It's just a little too hard, in my personal opinion, to justify coming here at such an early stage without knowing what you're doing. It's going to take some practice. If you really want to come here, by all means, go ahead and roll up. I'm not going to tell you not to, but you can clearly see that there's a bit of an issue doing this without the appropriate statistics in order to clear this place effectively. Now, I've already been here for about an hour and a half or so, and let's take a look at our loot here. So from our hour and a half that we were here, we managed to get about 1,400 magic marks, which these sell for 8k a pop, so this is roughly around 9-10 million, something around there. We also ended up with voodoo dolls, which we can turn these into boss scrolls, which I think it's these, the Manshaums Narkstone, which if we actually can manage to do this, I actually have never done these before. You can get a Narc ear accessory, which that'll be good because that's 40 mil in your pocket. Also, earlier I managed to actually pick up a Narc earring accessory, and I sold that for 40 million, so that was really nice. I probably should have actually just kept it because, I mean, realistically, it's better than the Azula Crimson Eye, so I don't know why I sold it. I should have just kept it and worn it. But 40 million is 40 million, so you take what you can get. And other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's not really a whole lot that drops at Manshaums other than the Narc earring, as well as the magic marks and the voodoo dolls. There's not really a whole lot of gear, as in, like, I don't know, Grunel chest pieces or anything like that. You're gonna have to go more towards the Medaya area to get in on that. But also, while you're here grinding it out, you can grab up some Marnie stones and level up as well and turn these in for extra XP, which is kind of what I was doing. I don't tend to grab too many Marnie stones because I'm only here for roughly around an hour and a half at a time, so getting like 50 fucking Marnie stones done in that time is just impossible, especially when I clear at okay speed, not very decent speed. But overall today, I've made roughly around like probably upwards of 75 million at Manshaums because I've been kind of on and off here at this place. So it just within, you know, about a 8 to 10 hour period, I made about 75 mil, which if we count like actively farming, I've only maybe been here about 3 hours. So for 3 hours, 75 mil, pretty damn worth. Obviously the Narc earring carries that money pool, but still, nonetheless, just the trash loot in general. We're gonna go ahead and sell this and see what we can get. So we're gonna sell everything, and boom, 11 million. Not too bad. We also got some black leopard fangs, which we can sell that too. I don't really care about this broken lapis lazuli. Give her these water spirit stones, and yeah, almost 12 million. That's pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. Then I sold those cron stones because fucking Hansing, I refused. And that was just kind of off of trash loot and random garbage I had in my inventory. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. So yeah, that's kind of gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully, dude's name was Gay Chat. Oh god, I hate this game. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.